Bangladesh has sent a high-level delegation to Myanmar for talks on the ongoing Rohingya crisis. This comes as part of an effort by Bangladesh to increase pressure on Myanmar to take back the 600,000 Rohingya refugees that have fled Rakhine State to escape violence. Meanwhile, a Bangladeshi envoy to the United Nations has said that violence against the Rohingya continues in Myanmar. The ambassador also said that the influx of almost 1 million Rohingyas has placed the country in an untenable position.
We are continuing to exercise utmost restraint in the face of repeated, unwarranted and willful provocations. On her part, Myanmar should realize there is no taker for her baseless and malicious propaganda projecting Rohingyas as illegal immigrants from Bangladesh. This blatant denial of the ethnic identity of Rohingyas remains a stumbling block. The number of forcibly displaced Rohingyas in Bangladesh has now reached nearly 1 million. This is an untenable situation.
The United Nations has opened a major fundraising conference which aims at securing aid for the Rohingya. The pledging conference in Geneva, which is being co-hosted by the European Union and Kuwait, is part of an effort to raise $434 million of aid by February 2018. A total of $100 million have been promised before the conference opened, and the European Union pledged additional 30 million euros.
The sheer speed, size, and scope of the Rohingya refugee crisis that has occurred over the last nearly 2 months has resulted in a shocking humanitarian emergency that is, I believe, unparalleled in this region and in many parts of the world.
Queen Rania of Jordan visited Rohingya camps in Bangladesh's Cox's Bazar area. During her visit, she spoke to the survivors of the ongoing ethnic cleansing in Myanmar and said that the situation of the Rohingya refugees in Bangladesh is heartbreaking and harrowing. Queen Rania visited the camp in her capacity as a board member of the International Rescue Committee and as an advocate of the work of the UN humanitarian agencies.
Before coming here, I had braced myself to witness some desperate conditions, but the stories I heard today were heartbreaking and harrowing. I've heard of systematic rape of young girls being trapped in schools and raped by soldiers. I've heard of babies being kicked around like football and stomped on. I've heard of family members telling me how they've seen their own parents being killed right before their eyes. This is something that is unacceptable,